Saturation, Brockhampton. Saturation is the first of 3 albums that Brockhampton released in 2017. Saturation 1, 2, and 3 were all released in the span of like 6 months. The members that you'll hear are Kevin Abstract, Don McLennan, Merlin Wood, Matt Champion, Joba, Bareface, and Amir Van before he got kicked out. They all met on a Kanye fan page on Reddit, so it definitely shows in their music. The first song is Heat, which is this grimy banger that sounds like it could burn down your house if you played it too loud. Amir starts the song off with so much energy. I got pipe dreams and crack rocks and stripper poles of fucking centerfolds. So I got secrets only me and all my niggas know. A kicking in the doors. I sent a bitch to get you. So don't play fucking stupid. I know you got the product. He's the most traditional rapper out of anyone in the group. His flow rarely changes and neither does his subject matter. But he sounds great and he never fails to drop an amazing bar like every verse he's on. Merlin's voice is just so unique. I've never heard anyone with his voice before. Again, super energetic from Merlin. And then Dom comes in with these super introspective lines like, falling up into the ceiling while I'm drowning in the creek of my emotions, trying harder to be open. He's basically, he wants to better himself, but every time he tries, he just keeps on falling deeper and deeper up into the ceiling. It's like as the water's coming in, he's falling up because the water's bringing him up until he gets to the top, if that makes sense. Set fire to the venue. And then all of a sudden, Joba starts screaming his head off with, I'll break your neck so you can watch your back. And then Matt Champion on the last verse is pretty clever. It's an okay verse. And then the beat carries itself out and it gets progressively more and more crazy with these like beat scratches. It's such an amazing opening song. Like, you can't listen to this and not be interested in what's to come. The album takes no time to get you invested. And then right after we go into the super smooth party song Gold. I love Kevin's chorus on this song. Keep it going, chain on my neck, flowers a jet, boy better shoot you respect. Matt's monotone voice sounds so perfect for the beat. I really like his line, I got bipolar confidence, wake up like shit, then I feel like the shit, so I guess I'm the shit. Yeah, I guess I'm the shit. Giving me some yay vibes. I love Joba's singing on the outro. It's like the come down from the party that just happened. And then they hit us with another banger, Star. It's a really clever song that has each member rapping about pop culture references. The beat is so amazing. And then if you didn't know, Kevin reveals that he's gay on the last verse of the song. There's just so many funny lines like, bruh, I don't fuck with no white boys, unless he's Shawn Mendes. And then the final lines, sucked off on a highway, police right behind me, like I stole his OJ. Okay, I don't play, got the same last name as OJ. It definitely puts a picture that I probably don't want to have in my mind, but his energy is just so good. Then we go into the song Boys, which is a lot calmer compared to the first 3 songs. Kevin has another super catchy chorus. Dom and Amir both have great verses, and Matt's is a little short, but it's okay. And then I really like Merlin and Joba on the outro. It's super catchy. And then we go in the first Misstep, which is the song Tupac. And I just don't think it sounds good at all. It's only 1 minute too. Like, it doesn't need to be here. I just don't see a reason for it. I guess it's only a minute long, so it's not terrible, but I don't know. It's just kind of pointless. But we step back up with the song Fake. Super groovy. I love all the autotune that's used for everyone. It doesn't even sound like a mirror. Fake is a great name for the song because everyone's using autotune, so they're all being fake, like it's not their real voices. The next song, Bank, is pretty good. I really like the outro by Kevin. So high energy. Love it. And then we have the song Trip, which kind of like Tupac is, I just don't think it sounds good. And it's not even 1 minute, it's like 3 minutes long. So it's a little disappointing. I just don't think the auto-tune sounds good. Like, they just did Fake and everything sounded so great. And then we go to this. It doesn't even sound as clear. Like, it feels like they recorded this song on a completely different microphone. Like, it sounds like it was recorded on like a DSi. But again, we recover right into the song Swim, which is amazing. It's another title that perfectly fits the song. The song feels like you're laying in the sun on a summer day. It's just so wavy and calming. Like, I feel like I should be putting on sunscreen before listening to this song. That should not matter. Joba's intro is so good, and I love Kevin's chorus again. I love Merlin's line, "Shit happened how it happened, so the past is perfect." Again, going into that theme of going with the flow, like just don't think about the past too much, don't think about the future too much, kind of live in the moment. Whatever happened, happened. And then, of course, right after this song, we go into the song Bump, which is exactly what the song title is. It's got such an interesting song structure. Like, half the song is this crazy, over-the-top, break your speakers banger. And then the other half is this super calming, like, singing ballad with Kevin. And like the switching between them is used so well because each time it switches, there's that huge beat drop. This ends, have a reason to live. And when this ends, at least I have a reason to live. And at my mama house, dope boy money, keep the water and the lights up, spray it like it's lights up. You the one I changed up, I just wanna get a lottery, I guess I'm hungry. You know this dope dick, I sell it by the gram. The song shows the two sides of the album. One is like the traditional rapping, like money, hoes, sex, drugs, like that stuff. And then the other half is like super introspective, super calm, super relaxed, and like these, like the super auto-tune and like the singing from Kevin or Joba. This half is like the group's therapy. And when this ends, at least I have a reason to live. Bump is kind of like the peak, and then like from here on out, the energy just starts going down. It's kind of fitting that the song ends with Kevin singing in like that half, because that's what we get for the last 4 songs. The song Cash sounds like an old Johnny Cash song, which is why it was named Cash, I'm assuming. Dom has another amazing verse. And the And then Joba again has an amazing outro of him singing. And then the last 3 songs are just perfection. I think this 3-track run is better than the first 3-track run of Heat, Star, and Gold, which is saying a lot. Milk has an amazing instrumental, and another amazing chorus by Kevin, and another amazing verse by Dom. I don't know if I even call Dom's verse a verse. It's more like a spoken word poem at the end of the song. I gotta get better at being I just want a friend that I can hang out with. Dom's outro just hits on so many different levels. Starts by talking about how society doesn't allow him to share his voice and his thoughts and his emotions, so he turns them into songs. So many things I want to say that I'm not sure need to be known, but everybody swears they fucking know me. So why don't I let every card I'm holding on the table? At that point, I wonder what they show me. A good way to test someone is to reveal stuff about yourself, and then if they respond with like comfort or maybe sharing some of their own experiences, and if they don't do any of that and they just kind of shut down and go away, that says a lot about that person, or at least your relationship with that person. Then he talks about almost losing his father and how he's not sure if he's saying the right things to him. Like, he doesn't want to waste any time saying the wrong things. You realize you're exactly where you're supposed to be. The horizon clears. Yeah. You wipe the tears. And all the skeletons are ready for your story. It's like him realizing that to live the best life, you have to open up, be willing to face your challenges, your insecurities, or like the skeletons in the closet, to like really live your best life. So yeah, there's a lot to unpack with that song. And then we go into the song Face, which is Joba's spotlight. He takes complete control and gives this song such a lonely feeling that I think only he could have done. And then like that lonely feeling is on purpose because it's what each verse is about. They're all about relationships that each member have had in the past that have left them feeling lonely, or they felt lonely while they're in that relationship. Tell me what you want. It feels like I could see the past. I love the ba-da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's like repeated the entire song, and it sounds so good. Gosh. My heart. It's just so perfect. I don't have words. Then we go into my favorite Brockhampton song of all time. It's just Bareface. It's just this guitar and some drums. It's so simple, but it's like flawless. I might see something I don't like your hands in a shirt, entwined in cartoons, loving swear. My favorite part is when the drums come in the middle. It gives the song its like emotional explosion. It's so good. The way the song is structured is so perfect. It's got the rising, and then it's got the emotional explosion in the middle with the drums, and then it's got the falling with his like oohs that carry out the song. I butchered that completely, but you get what I mean. If you couldn't tell, I really like this album, and it's not even my favorite Brockhampton album. Each member brings something completely different to the table. Like, Bareface is literally just used on this last song. Kevin covers all the hooks. Job is used when they need like an extreme something to happen. Dom has like the super introspective verses. Amir covers the traditional rap side. Merlin is just crazy and brings a ridiculous amount of energy to anything he's on. And then honestly, on this album, Matt's probably the weakest part, but I don't know. He just doesn't seem completely comfortable on this album. But he definitely finds his spot on the next album. The perfect songs are Heat, Gold, Star, Boys, Fake, Swim, Bump, Milk, Face, and Waste. And then the good songs are Bank and Cash. And then the worst songs are Tupac and Trip. If you didn't have those two bad songs, this would be a 10 easily. With those songs, it's definitely a decent 9. Sure, there's no like theme going through the album, but it doesn't need it. And it actually works to its benefit, being super loose because it's able to go wherever it wants. So yeah, Brockhampton's first studio album, Saturation. Go listen to it. Each time there's it's used as the transition for each part. It's used as the transition holy shit, dude.